We're back.
We're back.
It's
Friday.
It's Friday. It's a fun day, and Mason's not here again. He is here. He's just playing golf at the other room. We have
They're cutting up their
Yep.
business dealings. They're having a business meeting / hitting golf balls. Whenever
Right.
business guys are playing golf, you're like, man, they are making some decisions right now.
Yeah, and it always hurts. I'm gonna be honest. I get a little jealous about how much golf he plays because I know he's winning brownie points,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
and that's not gonna show up in the quarterly performance review.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, nothing's gonna show up in the quarterly performance
There is
review.
no quarterly or
But the
performance.
brownies.
The brownies will be there.
Oh.
They will be eaten.
Oh.
So, do you not play golf?
I don't. My
Yeah.
dad does. I don't really care. Maybe when I get older, I will.
Why
'Cause
don't you just try practice here?
I mean, I hit in the simulator. I
Okay.
just that will never translate to me going like, you want to play 18 holes at Crestwood?
Yeah. That's I've never
Dude, the back nine at Crestwood? Devious.
brutal.
Like that, I'll never discuss a hole
Nah,
at a
dude.
course.
Like, cause they'll be like, yeah, because that 7 is tricky, but what happens is the 6 it gives you a false sense of confidence, but that 7 is similar, but there's some wrinkles in there.
Yeah.
There's some
They,
wrinkles.
they always throw in the terms. That slant, the crease slant
Yes.
off the creator on the back nine.
Mm-hmm.
What? Watch out.
Yeah, because that water is closer than you think.
Now, Bobby's gotten his 3-wood,
No, that
Highway 83.
That 3-wood is ridiculous. That
Yep.
3-wood is crazy.
Yep. I don't think I'll ever care about that much.
Me neither.
Here's what I think it is. I think the guys want to go outside and just walk,
Yeah.
but they're insecure about it,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to buy something expensive.
Mm.
They can't just walk by themselves in their thoughts.
Just go on a walk with your friends.
They have to walk with like 4 wheels available
Yes.
because they get winded.
Yes.
They're acting, oh, we're in shape, but we have to drive everywhere.
We're in shape. We have the driving way, and also there's a guy here helping me carry this stuff because it's
Yeah.
kind of heavy.
Yeah. That I think, and instead of just walking and dealing with your problems,
Mm-hmm.
you go, I need to buy 12 sticks
12 sticks with big things at the end of them.
for no less than $5,000.
Yeah, those are they expensive? Yo, one time I went to a flea market with my uncle
Mm-hmm.
and my dad and my mom and my aunt. There's a lot of people, and he moved into a apartment complex with a simulator, and he bought a set of golf clubs for like $20.
At a flea market?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We used it for years. The whole time he lived there, we would just go hit.
I think that's a joke that I've heard where the golf clubs, every year they have like a golf club that's going to be better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, are you even good?
Yeah.
Or are your golf clubs just expensive?
Yeah, like, oh, you don't need to fix your swing. You will just tailor the golf club to where it goes straight.
Old rich people are going to be insufferable when we have like robot parts that you can buy. Because they're going to be 100 in the best shape of their life.
Oh, my goodness.
Once I get the new abs next year.
Boo, I got the new abs. Babe, got these new abs. We go dancing again?
You think you'd get a different body if you could buy one? Get a payment plan for a new body?
Ooh, yeah. You'd like, oh, yeah, my body's in the shop right now. I got the old body.
This is I thought about this. If you're an athlete, you can't buy a bionic part because that's cheating, right? Unless everyone starts doing it.
Yes.
Let's say you were I don't even know if I can bring it up. It's a bonus set. What if you were an exotic dancer of some sort
Mm-hmm.
and you just kept enhancing yourself? You're like investing.
Ooh.
You're the product.
Well, yeah. That makes sense.
So you start investing, and that's not
Mhm.
against the law.
It's not against the law.
If anything, everything's illegal there. So it's fine.
Dude, as long as we're going on this road? No.
What?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're an exotic dancer, or like an
Yeah.
adult film star, like you
And that could be bachata. That could be
merengue. Just any kind of dance.
river dance,
Make your knees you reinforce.
cash business.
You reinforce your ACL
Reinforce it.
and your MCL. You reinforce all the CLs, and then you're gonna be fantastic.
ACL.
Yeah.
You just go, you know what? Screw the CL. I just got a BL, bionic leg. We don't do any of this ACL business.
Yes.
That's not up to code.
Bionic leg.
Bionic leg.
It'll like metally attach to the other things that are metal.
That would suck if you can get a bionic leg so realistic you can tear your ACL still. It's like, oh, we
Dude.
have to.
Because it's stronger than your ligaments. You know what that happened to who did that happen to? He played back in the 80s and 90s.
We're talking cruciate ligaments real quick.
Yeah, he played football and Bo
Jackson.
Bo Jackson?
No.
Yes,
Bo
Bo
knows.
Jackson.
Bo knows best.
He tore his hip. He tore the ligaments in his hip because he got tackled and he was so strong that he pulled his leg out from the tackle, but it tore his hip. He was stronger than the muscles in his hip. That's basically what it was.
That was again. Did you watch his 30 for 30?
Yes, that's where I learned that.
That's one of those guys where you just hear the legendary. There's like Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes.
Him. They go. I heard he slammed a ping pong ball so hard that like the house collapsed. Like you hear all these things.
Yeah.
Of like one time he kissed this girl and she broke in
Melted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say melted.
Really?
Yeah, she just turned into a puddle, and he had to put her in a jar and freeze her real quick.
Yeah, she never went to class after that.
Yeah.
This is back in high school.
Yeah.
This is back in the 80s. We can do things like that.
That's weird stuff.
Whenever people just talk about how life was back in the day, it's like, man, it was like the Wild West.
Yeah.
Like I saw, like my dad, whenever he talks, this is a bonus up, dude. Bonus up. Whenever my dad talks about life before 9/11, I tried making this into a bit. But it's like my dad was saying that before 9/11, you could just drive into Mexico. You did not need a passport.
My dad did this. My dad used to go to Mexico.
And you would just tell the guy where you were from. And if your accent matched the city, you just
Santa Cruz.
You'd be like, yeah, I'm from Jersey. They'd be like, ah, right, get it. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
Life before.
I'm from Jersey.
It was before 9/11.
That means you just have to learn like one word. Soy de Jersey.
Literally, you could just be like, yeah, I'm from Cleveland. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Cleveland. You ever? Now here's the thing. I don't know if you have a dad like this, but dads have systems. Old men have systems.
Sure.
And anything that goes against the system, they just go, that's dumb.
Yes.
That's stupid.
My dad has this thing where whenever we're working on my car, which is all the time. Are you turning this? Oh, you're turning it off?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
Whenever my dad and I are working on my car, which is all the time, he has this thing where like the tools we're using, he's like, always put it on the ground, so that we know where it is. And I'm just like, well, why don't we put a table out here and just put it on? Nope. Put it on the floor, put it on the ground. Stuff is rolling around. I'm trying not to kick it, but that's his system.
Yeah. All right. This is gonna be annoying because it's a car thing.
Okay.
When I was thinking of getting a car, I was like, I should get a Honda or Toyota. And my dad's like, yes. And I go, what about Hyundai? And he goes, stupid. It was stupid. What are you, dumb? I go, I don't know. And then you go to the dealership and he talks to one sales guy and he's like, Hyundai's actually got some pretty good stuff. And I go, Dad.
I told my dad I got a job. And
why did you lie to your dad?
I did not lie to my dad. And my dad has this thing where as soon as he says something, you ever thing with your dad, like, just by the tone of his voice, you know what's coming, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got this job over here. He goes, all right, listen, Louis. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'll quit. Never mind.
Yeah, my dad'll. Anytime I try to have a bit about my dad's too honest. He's my most negative supporter ever. I've done this before where I'd be like, you know what, Dad? Instead of like a traditional summer job, I think I'm just going to start my own business. And he's like, you're going to be really happy you tried. Like he already.
You won't regret the failure you're about to experience.
Yeah, or like, I'm going to run for president. He's like, some idiot might vote for you.
You never know. They'll vote for anybody, even you.
He goes, you're going to learn who your real friends are. And that's great. You're going to get so many real friends because when you go broke from funding your campaign, only your real friends are going to give you money. Right?
Yeah, dude.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks.
He goes, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you what's going to
Pop.
happen. And I go, okay. Well, there goes my confidence.
Yeah, that's true. Because even if you're going to fail, you're going to have to believe you're going to succeed.
Yeah. I don't know how my parents bought a house. With the amount of money that involves buying a house, I don't get that.
That's true. Well, I mean, that's like a safe investment. That seems like something your mom would be like, oh, house safe. Put the money in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And your dad's like, hey, can we get like a pool? No pool.
I mean, my
Just
mom,
house.
we don't get dessert at a restaurant. She's just going to buy a house.
Do you have a backyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't use it.
Yeah, you don't seem like people who use any extra space. Like, yeah, you want to get a grill? No grills. The stove is hot.
Yeah, we don't. Our house is lacking.
You don't have like amenities. You don't have like fun things.
Our house looks like I decorated it in college, where we just go like, we have 4 leather couches. They're always freezing, and they're just in a semicircle in front of a TV that doesn't work. But we just don't know how to replace. No one wants a box TV anymore.
Oh, you have an old TV, huh?
We have. My dad built the house based on right before a new model of technology was coming out, where he's like, I'm gonna put $500,000 on this 60-inch box TV, and we're gonna build a cave, a cavernous region in the family room to house our box TV.
Yeah.
And then the next year, they're like, for $100, you can get the nicest flat screen TV you've ever seen. And my dad was
mounted on the wall. He was like, golly, man.
Yeah, and he's like when you press the on button, you have to press it, goes into the thing, and then it goes, and the static, your hair
I remember, dude,
stands up.
My dad, when we lived in New Jersey, the TV was in the basement,
Wow.
Well, I mean, he built out the basement, and it was nice. They had tile floors, whatever. And I would run over, turn on the TV, and it took a while to turn on, and the goal was to get to the couch before the TV came on. So I'd turn it on, turn around, and run to the couch, and then the TV would still be turning on. I'm like, yeah, I won. That was like a game I used to play.
That's cool. I used to watch, when I was really little, I'd wake up on the weekends and a new show. I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
And every Saturday morning was a new episode.
Nice.
So and it felt cool to understand that there's a national schedule for a program. And then my brother, and I'm like, I wake up my brother. I'm like, we got 4 minutes, and he's go, okay, I'll be there. And then you turn it on, and it's a new episode.
What?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I remember kids would at school would be like, yo, see that episode of Avatar? And that was amazing. And I'm like, oh, dang, I missed it.
That's I feel like there were Nickelodeon kids.
Mm-hmm.
There were Cartoon Network kids.
Mm-hmm.
There were the kids who got into Adult Swim, and they were a little inappropriate.
They were a little weird. They had an older brother, a cousin.
Yeah, they knew things you didn't.
And you would go over to their house, and they'd be like, I watch this video. And it would be like, whoa.
I never got the talk, but I just had friends who did not have parental controls at home.
And they gave you kind of a synopsis.
Like, this happens. I'm like,
hey, listen.
Excuse me?
And I was like, what?
I pardon your language?
Dude, when I was in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you learned a lot of things.
Well, not really. I mean,
it goes down in the DR.
I mean, I had a friend who lived across the street from us, and he just gave me a bunch of information that I didn't understand that I can't say here. And then I was like, oh, wow. And then I ran over to my cousins. I was like, hey, look what I learned. And they were like, whoa.
So in the DR, you see you WhatsApp and, can I come over? Yeah. You grab the canoe. You get across the moat. You got to throw meat over here so the alligator doesn't get you.
Speaking of boats,
and then you dock them at your port.
One time we were in the Dominican Republic, and we wanted to go to. There was an island off the coast that we wanted to go and hang out at, and
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so we went there 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I'm sorry. We went out rented a boat. You would pay a captain of a little a fishing boat.
Yeah.
Very small. Maybe 10 people can fit in it.
The captain's probably hammered.
The captain is just some guy, right?
Some guy.
He took us out one day and to a shelf, out in the ocean. You're far, but it's shallow. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
A shelf.
Yeah. It was pretty cool, sandy shelf. We went back. The next day, we were going to go to an island. Now, that was a little farther out, and we had to go into open water for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was legitimately terrifying because we're out in this small boat. And the second time, the captain was different. It was a young kid. He might have been 20.
You don't like that?
Well, he was inexperienced.
You want the guy with the scar on his arm. And you're like, oh, he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. So he's just and we're just flying.
Little
rough seas, dude.
Not a great boat.
Not a great boat. And
little Fisher-Price boat.
Yeah, dude, Fisher-Price boat. The gas tank is just a big bottle with gas in it. And there's a hose that's like a garden hose, and it's just in there. And every now and again, it would fall out, and I would have to put it back in. I was like the first mate of the boat. I'm like assisting this guy, and we're just like, boom. And especially coming back was the scariest bit.
Crazy. That's your Navy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, that's the Navy, bro. It's just one guy with a boat. We're going back. I'm literally thinking like I might need to save my family from drowning. We have life vests on. We have these goggles, like, and like we would catch so much air.
That'd be a fun.
Boom, hard.
That's a personal trainer thing. Like, you have any experience? No, but I did save my family.
Did save my
from
family.
drowning. Couldn't save the captain, but he wasn't.
Couldn't save the captain, but I didn't really care about it.
Yeah, I don't like like jet skis
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, man. And we were all just wet. And there's one lady who was just crying. She had a few beverages, and she was like, "Mijos, cuídate, mijos, oh my God." And was just like, oh, this is insane.
That doesn't help.
That doesn't help at all.
More water in the boat now.
More water now because there's tears now.
Yeah.
I peed a couple of times.
Now, here's not a black question, but a DR question.
Sure.
Preguntas de República Dominica.
All right, that was all right.
Pregunta.
Yeah, that was fine.
Hola.
República Dominicana.
Dominicana.
Yes.
So it's feminine.
Yes.
So, what kind of, how undeveloped are you?
It's a third world country. I mean,
Third world? Okay.
you know, it's like there's cities, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they live in shacks. They live in there's roads and stuff.
Okay, can I
You know, you see a lot of like unfinished houses. Where it's like they were trying to build it and then they ran out of money and they just stopped. It's like
those guys will stop quick.
they'll just be like, all right.
We're not working.
Or like
we don't live in the house.
there was like they're trying to build sometimes you'll see a house and they'll try to build like an addition to the house, like a upstairs. And then that will just be like halfway done and like, nah, whatever.
There's one of those in my neighborhood where somebody has an outdoor balcony, but they didn't complete the railing.
Yeah.
So you could die.
Yeah.
Can I hit you with some yes/no questions about the DR?
Yes.
Is the water safe to drink?
No. So in the Dominican Republic, they have bottled water, like big jugs of water. Like you would see it in office, like a big thing of water.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you drink out of. You don't drink the tap water.
So if I drink the tap water, I'm going to have a...
You'll probably have diarrhea. I honestly have no idea. I've never done it, but you'll probably have diarrhea.
Okay. Uber over there? You have Uber and Lyft?
You have Uber, yes. It's like a little different. Sometimes you'll pay in cash, the Uber.
Ooh.
Like sometimes the Uber will get to you and they'll be like, "You want to just do this in cash? Cut the middleman out of here." Like, yeah, no
Give you a little discount?
I think so. I don't really remember. That's the thing. And all the things that like when you get in the cab there, you don't want to speak English. Cause they'll be like, "Oh, English, American, they have money." So I'll just be there to be real quiet, just to listen to music, whatever.
They go, so do a little role play. You get in my car. Oh, 25 con tarjeta de crédito. Oh, 20 con dinero.
Well, dinero.
Ah, dinero. And he's like, keep your voice down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uber's listening. He's like, Uber's listening.
And he's flying. He's not following this. You drive on the left or the right side?
Oh, the right side. The normal, whatever Americans do, it's the same thing.
Okay. And he's speeding. Are there goats? Will you see a goat on the road?
Not on the road. I mean, there's farms. They have places where the goats live.
How frequently do you see something with 4 legs? You heard me. How frequently do you see something with 4 legs, like within an arm's reach?
Look, I mean, there's the thing. Like, there's cities where there's like buildings and businesses.
Are there horses in the buildings?
Normally not. I mean, you might see someone riding a horse. There's probably more horses per capita over there than over here.
What's the national animal? Y'all got a national animal?
I don't know. I should know this. I have no idea.
Is it a big street food place?
Yeah, you can get some street food in the city. Yeah.
Are they known for eating any particular weird rodent?
No.
They eat pets?
No.
They eat pets.
No, dude. There's a lot of stray dogs.
Yeah. Now, I hear in countries like the DR, países del Mundial Tercer.
Okay.
Was that close?
Maybe.
Okay. You're not the one. I should be. So, what kind of currency do you take?
Pesos.
Pesos?
They accept dollars because dollars are valuable.
Right.
But over there, like their currency is the peso. It's pesos.
Peso. The
exchange rate is like last I checked it was like 44 pesos to $1.
Wow. So could 44 pesos get you through the day?
No. Can $1 get you through the day?
Well, not in America.
Not here. Not over there either.
Like if you pull out a 20, do they start bowing? Do they just start worshiping you right away?
No. I mean,
you tip like 10% and they start crying and giving you their firstborn?
I don't know.
Y'all tip over there?
I think so. Yeah, they tip.
They tip. Okay. And then is it a pretty like they do surfing over there? Are they an aquatic people?
Well, cause like okay, so if you go to the resort, like no, I don't really see surfing. Maybe it's just 'cause there's not really a lot of waves. The water is pretty calm, usually. So no, it's not like a surfer bro energy. Like all the beaches are resorts at this point.
No, are there a lot of non-Dominicans there who have like retired, or is it like a let's go to the DR and retire sort of place? Or is
a lot of like Dominicans who are like who live here, some of them will buy houses over there and like live there. Or like what you see a lot, like they'll have a house over there that they'll go sometimes.
Okay. Last question. Any questions for me?
No, I did not. No, I didn't.
Okay.
Where did this scar on your leg come from?
Construction. So, as you may or may not know, and this is not a joke, we are forming the Lucy's Comedy Club in New Braunfels.
Are you actually building it yourself?
That's where I got this from. So I have a couple cuts. That was from something else. I have a cut on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So Lucy Cooper's Ice House is an ice house like bar chain in San Antonio, New Braunfels. The New Braunfels location, one of the back rooms, we are appropriating.
Yeah, refitting it.
Refitting it, remodeling it.
Remodeling is a good one, yeah.
Making it nice for the comedy club we're trying to make it. So on Monday and Tuesday, I was there this week. And we ripped out all the flooring using an industrial scraper.
So you physically are the one doing it?
I was the one doing it.
Wow.
And this other guy, Josh, who did a lot more work than me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But we like ripped apart
Josh is a big guy, I bet Josh.
The bar. We ripped apart all the flooring around there. The garage door has been painted on one side so that it's blacked out.
Oh, that's great.
We're working on getting a GM. We're working on setting up Google Business Manager. We're hoping to open by May 8th, which is the second Wednesday.
This May 8th?
Yeah, of 2024. It's a very quick turnaround.
Yeah, man.
We're going up next Tuesday also, Mason and I.
Okay.
To discuss sound and lighting.
Okay.
With our guy who does effects for the video. So it's going to be a big operation, and we had a bit of a mix-up. We had a interview with the newspaper there, and Mason said some choice words, which the
city was
some
not
of the
happy with.
Incumbent management was not happy with mostly. Yeah. But it's all sorted out now. A lot of buzz, like a couple hundred people commented and shared.
I've heard, like, I met a comic from New Braunfels.
Really?
And yeah.
Who?
His name was
from New Braunfels?
Joshua J. Nieto, yeah.
And he knew about it?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I saw it in the newspaper. And I was like, oh,
wow. Okay. It's currently with the New Braunfels and a San Antonio newspaper. Oh, we locked our boss out and he got upset.
Really?
Yeah. Our boss, I forget, is only 29.
Connor's looking at a picture of his dog right now, and dude, can I just tell you something I was thinking of the other day?
We're putting him back on the shock collar, and he got shocked. Go on.
Yeah. Whenever I get nervous, I have this tick.
Okay.
Where I'll go like this, right?
You'll
and
push.
What that is, I'm being like, okay, hairline's still there, all right.
Can I share one?
It's like to make myself feel better. I'm like, hey, well, at least look, check out how strong this hairline is, dude.
Can I? Now, that's a theory. That's why I think Mason went bald.
What?
Because whenever he gets stressed out, he goes, And he's a big boy, so he's ripping out his hairs, right?
Yeah.
And that's not good. One thing I do is I will brush my nostrils because I
Mhm.
get nervous that I have boogers
Oh, really?
dangling
Yeah,
out, and I think
I don't
that
get
actually
nervous.
makes more boogers come out.
Do you think so?
I think it starts to stir the
when
pot.
when you start digging your nose, it can get pretty problematic. Sometimes I've had this thing where like I'll go in there and like I'll just pull it out and I'll see like little blood vessels. I'm like, ooh, not good.
Yeah, I think
A little bit of blood.
like construction, I didn't wear a mask,
Oh, you gotta wear a mask.
so there's sawdust,
Mhm.
there's chemical. Like you can smell
Mhm.
stuff burning, and you go, okay, I might have a disease. now.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough.
A lot of that.
Dude, one time when I was in the 10th grade, we were in it was chemistry class, and you know in science you're supposed to waft it towards you,
Yes.
and I didn't do that. I just stuck my nose over it, and it was like I don't know what it was, but it was like oof, it hurt.
Wow.
Hurt my nose. Yeah, so learned my lesson there, I think. And it was frustrating because like they've been telling us this ever since like 6th grade science.
Yeah, no one
And
ever
the
listened.
one time that it was actually important for me to do that, I just didn't do it.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I feel like if we went down on a plane and we had to evacuate, no one would know what to do. We just want
Oh
to.
my goodness.
We're not ready for that. We're just waiting to watch Happy Gilmore
Yeah.
and doze off, and now we're in the ocean.
Mhm.
Could a plane like sit in the ocean, or would it start to sink eventually?
Don't you remember that story from like 2010, 2011?
Slowly,
Yeah, he landed in the river.
and nothing happened.
I think they probably towed it out of there. I don't know what happened to the plane, but
Had to get towed.
I don't remember. I don't know what happened to the plane, but they landed in the river and it floated long enough for them to get out.
What if we looked and it was like, oh, everyone drowned except Sully? Like, oh, okay, that's a bad example. Now, can I? We're approaching 30 minutes, and I'd like to
Yeah.
thank my guest again, Luis De Jesus, and as
So-
always, our sponsor / employer, Attorney Tom, is a forever sponsor of this podcast.
Yeah.
If you have been the subject of discrimination,
Dude, I almost hired him. Have I told you this?
personal injury, yeah, we heard about it.
Yeah.
Your mother
personal injury
fell.
thing. Don't want to get into the details, but
Yeah,
But,
confidential info.
confidential.
You've been hurt
If you've been
by a large company.
if your company is not doing what they're supposed, if your company listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
If your company is doing you wrong,
Yeah.
call Attorney Tom. If your company doing you wrong, call Attorney Tom.
Except me, I'm gonna have to call someone else.
Yes, because that's he. Ooh, you can't sue your. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I have to go, Tom. Oh, never mind. Then I have to hang up, and he goes, "What was that about? Why did you call me?"
You know, I worked for a company one time, and we didn't really get breaks like that.
Oh.
And I was like, I should call someone, but then I never did. I left.
Yeah, and you know what? You should call 855
855.
Tom
Tom
wins.
wins.
He doesn't lose. He's
He
not a
wins.
loser.
855 Tom wins.
Tom wins. 855 Tom wins. Or if you just want to chat, he's
Just-
a nice guy.
He doesn't work that hard. He loves to chat.
But he works hard for you.
He works hard. No, he works hard. When you call him, he works hard.
Yeah, but you
But-
need to, or else he's just sitting there on his
Yeah,
phone.
you need actually. You know what? Just call him. Give him something to do. He does get bored. He hired these two guys just to be his friends, and so just call him if you have any questions. Come just hang out.
I have a. We're thinking of making a. We shot a sketch today that should be. I don't know if it's gonna come out. For some of Mason's stuff, like not wanting to be too edgy or whatever.
Yeah, that was fairly.
This is
edgy, but it was
all,
fun.
but it's fun. It's
Fun
it's
edgy.
in fun.
The joke is on him.
It's on him. We were thinking of making a video about how much our boss is on his phone, because he's a guy. If he gets on his phone, you lose him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone for hours.
Yes.
And we were just we can get all the footage of him being on his phone because he's on his phone. He doesn't know any better.
Yeah, just like background B-roll footage of him.
And then we're like, Tom's great. He's compassionate. But he does have a bit of an attention problem,
He's
and it's just
always on his phone.
him on his phone. Then we get his dad in there. He's like, Tom's always loved technology.
Mm-hmm.
He's ever since he was a little boy. He shows him as like a 2-year-old with the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it. He asked for that for his birth. His first wow. I had a little slip up
That
there.
happens, dude.
His first words were, phone?
Phone?
Candy Crush?
Candy Crush.
It's crazy.
Do you have games?
Thinking of making that. And you know what? Again, I want to thank my guest, Luis De Jesus.
You're welcome.
Now, how's your job hunt going, Luis?
I have a job. I've been hired at a 24-hour fitness.
Where?
In Jacinto City. It's a little far, but
How far is that drive? In time?
like 40 minutes,
40 minutes.
probably.
All right, so congratulations. But you're still looking for a job, right?
I'm out. I'm not going to say no, none.
We got to get you. Okay, so let's just say you come in for one thing we don't know about. We know about your resume because I
you
made
made
it, right? And then there's some we don't know
Okay,
how
but here's the thing, right? That resume was made by a professional person who does resumes.
Yeah, and who did a better job?
Well, I mean,
Call 855 Tom Wins.
Tom Wins.
Okay.
Now that's Tom WIN, not Tom G Y. Some people their name is Wen, but it's spelled like Asian.
Yeah, Vietnamese people.
Vietnamese, like the Gwen, but it's like Wen.
We do not have
It's
a
not
Vietnamese
Tom
boss.
GY. It's Tom WIN.
Yeah.
So what is it?
855
855.
Tom Wins.
Wins.
We're confusing the viewers. We're confused.
No, I'm clarifying.
If we get one case, we keep our jobs.
Dude, we should. Dude.
What?
We should make a commercial for Tom.
That's what his whole social media is.
Yeah, but it should be like an actual one.
Yeah, we met the Jim Adler of Kentucky yesterday.
Really?
He had a Super Bowl commercial.
Wow.
It
What's his thing?
Tort cases, I think.
No, like what's his like shtick? Because it's Jim Adler. I'm the Texas Hammer.
A hammer came up. He sponsors, I think, his daughter's college or high school soccer team.
Yeah,
They all have
She
his.
plays every game.
Yeah.
She starts.
Yeah, she's the starting bench warmer. But they all have hammers on their logos, and I think that's his thing. So he's the Kentucky Hammer or something.
Okay.
He's fun. So Luis, thanks for coming into this interview for a low-level sales role. Tell me about yourself, Luis.
Hi, I'm Luis. I'm 27 years old. I went to the University of Houston, and I do sales for comedy shows a lot. I do cold approach, and I also call businesses to see if they want to do shows. I approach a lot of businesses and just see what they want and how I can help
This is
them.
what you're saying in an interview? Tell me about your educational background.
Well, I went to the University of Houston. I got a degree in kinesiology, exercise science. Learned a lot about the body and a lot of hard sciences, like did chemistry and physics and math.
Did you do you ever throw in that joke during the job interviews?
It means I made a mistake? No, I don't.
I think that could be funny.
I think it could be. Yeah, if I'm not interviewing for like a gym role.
Because they have to pretend like they're interested. Then you hit them with the
Yeah,
joke.
it means I made a mistake.
I think that would crush an interview.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
Where
If
you
they're yeah.
Where are you guys?
Dude, you ever get a big laugh in an interview? You're like, heck yeah, I don't even care if I get this job.
Mason tells me about that sometimes, where they're like, "What are you thinking about right now?" And he goes, "I'm thinking about dinosaurs, like seeing like if they could get into this office from out, and they're just dying." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know why I'm here." Just
That
hitting them
is-
with.
I heard that. I was mad. I was like, you got the interview? That's what you said? Golly.
Yeah.
I get
His
mad when
dad
people
got
get
him-
the interview and they don't take it serious because I never get the interview.
Why should we hire you? You ever get hit with that one? Why should we hire you?
He's like, yeah, well, I have a track record of sales. Hardworking guy, I have good references. My availability is good.
Your availability is
yeah,
good?
my availability. I'm so available, dude.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I didn't think I was going to do an interview, dude.
Is this how you normally act in an interview?
Yeah.
All right, how about this one? Name a time you made a mistake at work and how you learned from it. Yeah, he booked a 16-year-old as our headline.
Shut up, dude. Shut up.
That's a big mistake.
One time, dude, this is real talk. I don't even want to say this, dude.
All right.
One time when I was at work.
Yeah.
This was in 2015. I was working for the YMCA at an after school with kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like there was it was like flooding a lot that year. It was like a ton of floods, a lot of rain, and it was one of those days where it was like rain. What's so funny, dude?
You can't say this in an interview. You gotta lie, buddy. You gotta lie. You can't be like, I held a little guy. I held his head under for a little too long, and
yeah, no.
EMTs came. He was fine.
So here's what happened.
I felt powerful.
Someone came to pick up a kid who wasn't authorized to pick up the kid, and then I was trying to be like, oh, you can't take. I was trying to like But it was a lot going on, and then I turned around and they were just gone, and I was like, all right.
Luis, you can't bring this up in an interview. Oh my god!
But it was fine, dude. The kid came back the next day. He had all his limbs were still there. It's all good.
Golly, but his soul was gone.
Ah, yeah, maybe.
Now, okay, I'm gonna lay down because my back's starting to hurt. Luis, okay,
what's
so
up?
this is what you can't tell that story, and you can't share how you almost let it. You allowed a kid to get kidnapped.
No, dude, it was like the grandfather or something like that.
Now you have to generalize that and make it like interview worthy.
Made a mistake.
Yeah, name a time you made a mistake at work. You can't say I let the.
It's weird because like you can't really be truthful. You got to be like, well, one time, I went to the wrong office, but then I used Google to find the right office.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's one I use. Can I share one I use?
All right.
I said one time we had a client and we had a website for them that was supposed to roll out next week. And when we started to look
Next week from today or next week from?
A week from the time we spoke to them
okay.
last. And then after we examined the manpower and man hours it would take, it turned out it would be impossible to hit that date. So we kind of didn't examine expectations correctly. So what we did was, when we were aware of the problem, we called the client immediately, informed them of the restrictions we had, and then told them that in 2 weeks we would be able to have their website up and running with all the products they wanted available to their employees. So I took an issue, I made and communicated that issue, I made them aware immediately, and then we resolved with a more realistic timeline. And I just learned to communicate and be truthful and to be very thorough in my examination of a client's issues. I feel like that's the sort of BS you gotta give to these people.
I gotta say that. That was good.
I feel like I'm good at talking nonsense.
So when I was interviewing to be a flight attendant,
What?
I got really close to being a United flight attendant.
I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, dude. I interviewed. You gotta put this on another channel.
Oh my god.
This is going to be another. This is a whole nother thing.
Okay, we gotta close it out. But tell me about your flight attendant story.
So, they said you had to. When they asked for that question, you have to give I don't know. It was like an acronym. It was like situation, approach, task, results, or something like that. You tell them, okay, this is what happened. This is what I needed to do to fix it. This is what I did, and then this is the results. STAR, situation, task, approach, result. And so
situation.
Yeah. So situation. I was driving a client, and then he got a call, and then 9/11 was happening, and the task was I needed to get him to the White House before they shut down, and my approach was to weave through traffic and cause a bunch of diversions so the terrorists wouldn't find it, and the result was that he was killed.
So they know, okay. So basically what that means is if I need to, I will break the law.
Yes.
That's not...
But that's what they want, right? They want a guy who's going to do what he needs to do, okay?
Luis, you're mic'd up right now. Next time you go into a job interview, I need you mic'd up. I need to hear everything. They go, what is that? You go, it's a pen. Don't worry about it. And you just keep talking. I need to hear what you say in these jobs. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you hear? I don't care if it's Cutco Knives, Subway,
Dude,
Goldman Sachs.
Did you almost fall for that?
Oh, I fell for it.
You fell for it?
My grandma still has a can opener.
Dang.
All right, 39 and a half.
Cut that out.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Dude, when I was like just graduated high school, I got sucked into that. I went into the meeting, right? And you go in. That's how you know a job is BS. You show up to the interview and there's like 15 people there. You're like, oh, this is one of these.
I remember the first time where it's like the initial consultation.
Mm-hmm.
The lady I interviewed with asked me a few things, and then she went, "Congratulations."
I was just like, what? Like it was, yeah.
Say what?
They're going through the whole thing, and I'm like, this feels so rehearsed. What's happening? Dude, when I went to university, they were there. And I was like, oh, Cucko? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's that pyramid scheme, right? And his face just falls. He goes, it's not a pyramid scheme, skirt. I'm like, I don't know about that. I love doing that, man. I love messing with people, dude.
Yeah, I remember that was like the first scripted sales thing I ever did.
Yes.
And it's weird because when you're it's like almost in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
When you're so scripted and about like writing and talking, it's like you have no personality. So I go to my good friend's house. They're like, Connor, great to see. Oh, my God, how long has it been? And I go, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, have you heard of this revolutionary new product? And they go, uh-huh. And I go, sit down, please. Present Penny. I'm like reading the stuff in quotation marks. I'm like, smile.
Look at this penny.
Shake hands. Sell me this penny. I'm
Yeah,
like not
dude.
doing it right.
My dad like made fun of me when I came. I was like, yeah, I'm working with this
yeah?
company. He's like made fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, guess not.
Can you try to sell me a knife like by script and I'll be your dad?
All right.
Yeah. Look at my son.
This is so these knives are very.
Where'd you get that knife?
Company gave it to me. Cucko, my boss gave it to me.
Your boss gave you a knife?
Yeah, so he wants me. I'm gonna sell knives.
Yeah. How much for that knife?
It's $40,000.
$40,000.
Yes.
That's not a bad price for a knife.
And look, it's gonna. Okay, but look, it's gonna cut it. Look at this penny. I'm gonna cut a penny. You know all those times where you need to cut pennies? This is perfect for that.
Yeah. Could this, if I sit on this, will it teleport me to work? Because for $40,000, I need the knives to I need them to teleport me to and from the office. And 3920, you cursed on this podcast. Can I?
I'm sorry.
Present your finger. Let's see how sharp this knife really is. Present a finger. Which finger do you like the most?
I love my right hand.
Give me the right hand.
No, dude, left hand.
That's an evil thing where they like give you a choice. They're like, "What's your favorite one?" You go, "This one." They go, "Give me your favorite one." You go,
Yeah,
"No,
dude.
you gotta lie."
Yeah,
All right,
'cause
we're
gonna do the other one.
We're all over the place here.
Yeah, that was the podcast.
All right.
About 8 minutes of this is probably gonna be useful. What's up, Mason? Did you win?
Mason's here. All right.